welcome back to another episode of The Fuzzy,
Fuzzy
Pod. I'm your host, Megan.
And I'm your host, Maddie.
And here in The Fuzzy Pod, we love to talk about the things that give us those warm, fuzzy feelings, which includes a lot of nostalgia from the late 90s and the early 2000s. Well, today we are discussing a very well-beloved film, book, universe.
Work of art.
Specifically, the 2005 version of Pride and Prejudice, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary.
Yeah, which is, time flies when you're having fun.
What's wild about this, though, is we had never seen this film until this week.
Yeah, which is quite impressive. I was the one that suggested we go see it in theaters because I was like, they're re-releasing it. I was like, this is probably the only time I'll ever watch this movie.
This is the best time to watch this. This is going to be the best way to see this and experience it for the first time.
In full transparency, we both have tried watching this movie at home, separately, together with others, and every single, I'm not even trying to be dramatic.
No, she's not.
Every single time, within 5 minutes, like, who needs melatonin, right? Like, who needs sleeping pills?
Put on Pride and Prejudice.
I can watch Pride and Prejudice in within 5 minutes, I'm asleep. No, it could, during the day, I've fallen asleep.
Oh, so the two times I can remember trying to watch Pride and Prejudice, it was definitely past like 9 p.m. for me.
Oh, yeah, no. That had no effect for me.
And I had also not watched a ton of period pieces before that point.
I mean, listen, we'll get into how we're just gonna kind of rant loosely. Okay, it's a loose format today. We're not gonna do it's not a movie rewatch, the good, the bad, the fuzzy.
This is just two adults who have no nostalgia for the 2005 version of Pride and Prejudice, and we're discussing it today.
And overall, I was like, oh, okay, pleasantly surprised.
I get it.
The factors that helped me stay awake during the movie: popcorn, candy, the theater was ice cold. It was like a meat locker in there.
Ice cold. People came with blankets. It's like they got a memo or something. Like
someone let them know that they keep the theater cold. I don't know. I've never been to a movie theater that was that cold.
No, it was, she's not exaggerating. It had to be 60 degrees in there.
At least.
It's probably lower.
It was probably 35 degrees.
No, that's getting a little bit dramatic. It was very, very cold.
I did see some snowflakes.
I started to crystallize on my skin.
I was looking like Edward Cullen.
It was very icy, but yeah, it kept me like wide awake, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed, as they say. I think they usually refer to, I think they usually use that expression whenever you're first waking up in the morning, but
Yeah. Well, speaking of movies, though, because you had just texted me and asked me, when are we going to go see The Sinners?
Yes.
And I was like, sorry, Bibs. I saw it last night.
Yeah.
Do you know what the premise is?
No, and I kind of want to go in now.
Have you seen a trailer?
No.
So you're the same as me.
Yeah, I know nothing. I've seen like exactly one clip.
Okay, what's the clip that you saw?
Haley Steinfeld was saying something funny but crass about another character being up in her business.
Okay, so you know exactly the amount that I did. So you have no clue.
Oh, okay. I did see one clip where Haley Steinfeld wasn't looking like herself, but I didn't.
It's not a spoiler for people who haven't seen it yet.
Okay,
so say what you think.
I think that the movie could be about this white woman and black man find love together, but it seems like maybe they don't want anyone else to know, but then maybe she's going to turn out crazy and try to kill everyone.
Okay. Oh, that's an interesting take. Okay.
Is that all you're going to say?
Well, I don't want to spoil. Well,
why did you want me to guess?
Well, because I was just kind of curious if you knew, because when I went into the movie ended, roll credits, and I look at Ted and I go, you didn't tell me that it blank, blank, blank. And he was like, it's in the trailer.
It's in the okay. Well, I haven't seen the trailer.
So do you want to know?
No. I want to go in and see it.
So you want to go in like
I already said that. Yeah, I don't. I don't want to know.
Because like I said, it's not a spoiler. I just didn't watch a trailer, so I had no clue what to expect.
I've enjoyed movies more that way, and truthfully, I walked into Pride and Prejudice not really knowing anything.
No, I knew nothing about the story.
I knew nothing about, which I loved. Like, how did we go 20
but
years?
here's the thing,
honestly, longer, because there's a book by Jane Austen before this.
Like, but last thing I'll say about Sinners. The only reason I'm pushing you is because
you don't have to push me. I'm definitely going to go see it.
No, not to go see it, because I felt like not knowing a certain aspect took me out of the film.
Not knowing it before going in?
Yes. Like, I was like,
it was jarring.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that's what I was signing up for.
Gotcha. I saw that it was a horror film.
See, when on my little AMC app, it says a drama.
Oh, no. I know it's horror.
Okay.
So I won't be that surprised.
I didn't know it was a horror movie. Okay. Or horror adjacent.
Yeah.
Because it's not that scary.
Is it horror comedy or horror?
It's got some comedic.
Okay.
It's got some comedic, some drama. Yeah, it's got Michael B. Jordan ×2.
Haley Steinfeld.
That was okay.
Yes. Stop. Okay. We saw the poster and I was like, is that Michael B. Jordan playing two characters? Or is she racist?
Or is it giving racism?
No, I was like, no, that's for sure. That's for sure him with the beard. Okay, no, I'm very excited to go see this. Pride and Prejudice. Speaking of racist.
Speaking of racism, was there a single non-white Caucasian individual?
I wasn't even going to bring that up, but
none. There wasn't. They had a ginger.
They did have a redhead representation for the redheads. Who has never really acted again, but is a playwright.
Shut up.
And his partner is like the COO or something of Burberry. Yeah, anyways,
I loved him.
I went on a little bit of a deep dive.
I loved his character. His vibe.
Okay, hold on. I am going
Bingham?
So that no one riots. so that no one riots, I'm going to bring up the names.
Yeah, we're gonna butcher this. And you know what? Again, like we always say, we're here to be controversial.
Do we want to popcorn things that we enjoyed about the film? Like take kind of turns on, like just kind of start off that way to open the dialogue?
Sure. Let's open her up. Let her breathe like a fine wine.
First things first. I'll kick us off.
Kick us off.
I already had one in mind. The whole element of the dynamic of all these sisters.
Mm-hmm. It's giving Little Women.
living under one roof, all trying to find love, find their man. And you have like sisters who are already of that age who are ready to be married, and the ones that are like younger and like looking up to it. It made me, for a second, want to have like other sisters besides the two of us. You know what I mean? But also, she's making a face.
Well, F me then. No, I'm not good enough.
No, I'm just saying that like I love the element of sisterhood in it. It was so sweet and so heartwarming. And I loved it.
It would be so much harder to do a podcast if we had other siblings.
You know what? That's so true. And really, the two oldest were like the besties, and that's basically us.
Just saying.
The others would just add too much
color.
Mess. Yeah. Too much drama.
Well, I get what you mean though, because it was giving like Little Women.
Yes.
Like just good. I don't know.
Good
energy.
Like,
I just love it. And it's all sisters, no brothers.
Like if I were to have kids, I was like, yeah. If I had to have like 5-6 kids, I want it to be like
that,
like just like that.
But then what was crazy is the whole having to marry her cousin of it all, so that they could keep their estate.
Thankfully, she didn't.
But he tried.
He wanted to, and he would have taken any of them.
Yeah, he said, "I don't care. Wrap him up. I'll take that one."
Oh my gosh.
Sold to the highest bidder. And the mom
was ready to pawn off her daughters to anyone.
Yeah, you got a little money? Sure. Yeah.
Here you go.
You go. Take them.
Here you go.
And I just loved that she was drunk at every party.
The mom was messy.
She was messy. Give her a reality show yesterday.
I love though that the dad in the movie that has all these daughters is the one with the really like soft spot and heart for his daughters. He really wants what's going to be best for them.
He wants them to find love.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wants them to have a love match, not just like, you know, whoever like is
going
the
to
highest
benefit
bidder, or what's going to benefit the family most. especially when it came to his daughter, Elizabeth. He really, really loved.
She's definitely the favorite.
Yeah, she was giving the favorite. Elizabeth is played by the iconic Keira Knightley, who was like 18 in this movie.
Yeah,
she was so young.
She got started with her acting career like super young, I feel like. Not like child star, but just like for the role she was playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. She's gorgeous. I mean, that's not new information. She's always been so gorgeous. Yeah.
I know this is a hot take, but like she's stunning.
No, yeah, I know this is a hot take. Keira Knightley. Gorgeous. No,
Okay.
but like the chin, the thing I was most like shocked by was her jawline. She would just like look to the side and the profile. I was like, I'm sitting in theater like pulling back on my neck, and I'm like,
okay, well she was like 10, so. Okay, Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman are the same person to me.
No, 100%. Just like different smiles. They look so. I used to confuse them when I was a kid.
I still confuse them. They have like the same nose. They went to the same plastic surgeon.
And they have the same hair.
Ugh, I want to get the same nose as them.
They are beautiful.
That's wild. They look exactly the same to me.
They really do look very, very similar.
One of them has bigger eyes. Keira Knightley has bigger eyes. Wow. Yeah, the dad's relationship with Elizabeth was very sweet. It was very sweet. Now, obviously, this whole movie is about this young woman who is like, basically, I don't need anyone, and I can like take care of things myself, and I've got the world by the...
She's not charmed by any of these men out there.
No.
She's not charmed by any of them. She is like, I'm just going to be doing my own thing, you know.
And if someone cutie little boy comes around, sure.
Who's going to appreciate
going to treat
me,
it right?
Then sure. I'm not going to just say yes to the first man that wants to marry me. Like, she was definitely open to, like, you know,
them other women
dating. Some of her sisters, if he's breathing, you know, they said yes.
Or her friend who was 27, had no prospects,
no money, and was a burden to her parents.
It was a burden to her family. I mean, amen, sister.
She gave it away to the cousin, but the cousin actually had coin.
The cousin was connected.
He was connected with.
I'm gonna need
I need a chart.
I need a flow chart. It's giving more confusing than the Mexican side of our family. Because who's married to who's connected, first cousins, second cousins.
Because Lady Catherine seems to be the matriarch with the coin.
Was the auntie of Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
But then where does cousin come in?
Because she wanted Mr. Darcy to marry her daughter. Because cousins be marrying cousins.
No. Yes, sorry. Not that cousin.
The goofy cousin.
Connie, or what was his name?
Okay, give me a second.
Conrad.
Mr. Collins.
Oh my God, I was so close. I said Connie.
Mr. William. He went by his last name. Mr. Collins.
Mr. Collins. Who is Mr. Collins to the queen? Is she a queen?
She's a lady.
Well, she was a queen.
I said Lady Catherine.
Oh. Who is Mr. Collins to the lady? To Lady Catherine.
I think he might be related in some way.
So is Mr. Darcy related to...
Or do they just all call each other auntie and cousins and nephews? Lady Catherine, Mr. Collins relationship. Mr. Collins is deeply indebted to Lady Catherine. Why?
But she gives him
stuff. She
is
his patroness, so she provides him. But why does she provide him? That's my point.
Like, yeah, that's like, how are they? Why is she giving him that coinage? Is it sexual?
That's what I'm wondering.
It's giving sexual. But then why did she let him take a wife? If it was sexual in nature.
Because she could still have him.
Now that's a power play.
Stuff.
Now that's I mean, cousins be marrying cousins, so
who's to say?
Why was that a thing?
marrying your cousin?
Yeah.
Keep it in the family. They were all about bloodlines and agreements and, back then. Maybe they thought it was easier. The pool of money, stays closer.
Doesn't go too far.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense. It doesn't make sense.
You're like, it's adding up.
Yeah. Okay, so the Mr. Darcy of it all.
What are your thoughts overall? Because I feel like I have mixed feelings.
Okay, so Charles Bingley is this eligible bachelor who comes to a town, seems like a town that's like a farm town of some kind. What's going on? Why are you doing that?
Because I said, what are your thoughts on Mr. Darcy? So, Charles Bingley.
Oh. Well, I'm trying to, I'm going to answer your question. I, was trying to pull it all together to where we first meet them. To where we first meet Mr. Darcy. Because we're hearing mostly about Mr. Bingley at this point and how he's got coin.
He's the hot stuff.
And he might be looking for a lady out in the country. So he's coming out to the country. He's this rich guy.
Country girl.
He comes with his sister and his bestie. Hate her, by the way. Hate her. Mr. Darcy, his best friend, who's like the richer, more mysterious fellow at the ball. Is it a ball?
Yeah, it's a gathering.
It's a gathering.
It's an event.
And he comes off very standoffish, quite frankly rude.
Can I say something? He's giving Edward Cullen's.
Ooh, the cold, brooding type.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, who's not really like...
He's not saying anything, but they're like, oh my God, he's so hot. And he's like
so mysterious.
He's so deep.
He totally is. Edward Cullen is the modern day Mr. Darcy. Is that your take?
I think that Edward Cullen is Mr. Darcy, and he's a vampire, so he lived.
Okay. He lived forever and ever.
Yeah.
And that's why there's like this pool of money, and that's why he's so rich.
Exactly.
No, he comes off very like aloof and stuff, so you're like kind of, who is this guy? Also, why is he saying that Elizabeth is not very handsome?
Yeah, he straight up said she's fugly, and I said that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't touch her
with a 10-foot pole.
And you know what? This town's stanky.
It was rude.
He did say that, and I quote.
It was rude.
And I quote.
I mean, she's translating. I mean, that's, she's making it easier to understand because here's the thing.
That was a word
in
for word. No, I'm just kidding.
Old English or something.
And that's why I fell asleep the first 16 times I tried. I felt like I was doing mathematics in the beginning scenes. It got better towards I felt like they weren't doing as much gymnastics with.
Yeah, because it's a very quick-witted and clever script too, but they're speaking in old-timey, so you're trying to keep up with
and I'm
everything.
dumb.
Yeah. And listen, I've never read a Jane Austen novel, so uncultured
again,
over
I'm
here.
Dumb.
So trying to keep up with it, you're like, okay.
I was like, I think I'm supposed to be laughing because people in the theater were like,
they would kind of laugh before.
They would laugh before.
It was a full theater with people.
They were giving spoilers.
Who knew this movie.
They were quoting it. They were saying it out loud.
Yeah.
And I was like,
hello, first-timers over here.
Hello. Hello, it's me. I've never seen it. We should have made shirts that said, this is my first time seeing it. Don't ruin the movie for me.
So.
I've never seen a trailer.
Never seen it. Don't say anything. No spoilers. Who's Mr. Darcy? I know he's important, but who is he? Mr. Bingley? Bingley? He was cute.
Bingley? He was cutie.
He was so cute. I love Bingley.
He was such a cutie. And he was so obsessed. See, I think instead of everyone being like, I want a Mr. Darcy, get you a Mr. Bingley.
Okay, Jane and her Mr. Bingley. They're so sweet.
They're so sweet. They're so cute. He's obsessed with her.
Obsessed.
Okay. And he didn't wait months of ignoring her and just popping up where she was and being like, but I don't even like you like that. I don't even know why you care. I don't even know why you care. I'm here. And then being like, no, bitch, I love you. I'm getting down on one knee. Where you at? Post up. Where you at? Say yes. Say yes. Say yes.
And she did.
She said no at first.
Oh, wait.
He proposed in the rain In that
you're talking about Mr. Darcy.
Yes.
I'm talking about Bingley. You said get yourself a Bingley.
I'm saying get yourself a Bingley because Mr. Darcy is trash. I said it. That's my hot take.
Mr. Bingley almost didn't end up with Jane because of Mr. Darcy.
That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Darcy got in the way. Mr. Darcy. They don't go by first names.
They don't.
Except for the women. Elizabeth, Jane,
patriarchy.
Mr. Darcy, Mr. Bennet, Mr. Bingley.
Bingley's a strong name, too.
She's like, what? She's like, I'm trying to be Miss Bingley.
I'm trying to be a Miss Bingley over here.
Why was Mr. Bingley's hair giving like 2012 boy band member? He could have been in One Direction.
He could have.
His hair was huge.
It was huge. I strive to get that volume.
It was so modern looking. Well, like 2011, 2012 modern.
I wonder, but that style had to come from somewhere, though.
You know what? Fair. Mr. Bingley inspired it.
It had to come from somewhere. What year was that supposed to be?
I think like 1800s. You think they all died of dysentery shortly after?
Probably. Just like
where are they now?
What's the American Girl doll? Her best friend.
Oh my gosh, Kirsten lost her friend on the boat.
I bet that was Jane.
Like botulism or something. Was that one
debauchery.
of them? And debauchery. An American Girl doll has it all. There were so many huge actors though in this movie.
Yeah.
Like I kind of forgot that element of it. Obviously Keira Knightley. And Rosamund Pike, is that how you say it, from Gone Girl?
Yeah.
She played the oldest sister.
Mm-hmm.
Carey Mulligan.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking Jenna Malone and Snow, Donald Sutherland. 2 Hunger Games characters.
And he looked the same.
He looked exactly the same. But it's crazy that he could play such an evil character. And then in this movie,
he's dynamic.
So dynamic. Just the most heartwarming father.
But maybe that's why he plays such a good evil guy.
Because why?
Because you like want to trust him. But it's like more chilling. Because you're like, ooh, but you're showing me that I can't. But I feel like I should be able to.
Yeah. Okay. Bring it back to Mr. Darcy for a second. You brought up the scene in the rain.
Yes.
This is probably there's a couple very iconic moments from this movie, but one of the most iconic movies. Okay, so it's been like this movie is about yearning, you know? What happened to yearning, first of all? Does anyone like yearn for each other anymore?
No, because we just live in a fast-paced world.
Fast pace. Mr. Darcy,
Instant
over the course of, I don't know, years, maybe? Has it been?
No, it hasn't been. It's been months.
Months?
It's like barely a couple months.
Who knows?
It's not years. There's no way it's years. They look the same.
He has been yearning.
It's been like 2 weeks, let's be honest.
After Elizabeth.
They had nothing to do in that time period. 2 weeks feels like a year.
This is where the slow burn was invented, okay? They are constantly crossing paths, always finding each other. And whenever they're together, they're kind of doing like little jabs at each other, it feels like. They're always... It's not giving
like we like each other.
But there's still,
well, because
you can kind of feel like the long gazes, you know, you can see them. You can see the yearning.
It's giving toxic. Cuz he's like, I don't like you like that. You're obsessed with me. And she's like, no, actually I hate your guts. And he's like, but you don't, baby. But you don't.
And then one day, out of the blue, he all of a sudden flips a switch. They're standing in the rain together.
Yeah, I already said this.
And he goes,
marry me.
Marry me. Yeah, I'm just catching that up. And the way that this is just, it's all like built up to this big moment. And for her to be like, no. But she was standing on business.
She was. She said, period.
She said, no, sir. No. Mr. Darcy, actually, what are you saying right now?
Because I don't know you like that, fool.
And then what did she do, Maddie?
She ended up marrying him anyways.
She realized over
Spoiler.
time that she was like, wait a second. Maybe Mr. Darcy is not who I thought he was. Because she had a lot of misconceptions about him.
She did have some misconceptions, but he did it to himself.
Yes.
It wasn't like she was coming up with stuff thin air. No.
Yes.
He was being a butthole. He called her ugly. He ignored her. He would stare at her and then be like, what the heck are you looking at? Huh? And then, honestly, I think the turning point is she went to his house. They were doing a little house tour. And she goes, oh, the digs. The digs. Oh. Oh.
Money.
You have money. Okay. And this is just the summer house, baby. This is just the summer house.
So for you, it wasn't seeing how sweet he was. So you don't think it was her seeing how sweet he was with his sister?
No. No. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, I'm just picking up something.
Not the sister being like, oh my God, I've heard so much about you. Huh?
Me?
I don't even... What?
Who are you? I just learned about your existence. So I'm gathering off your tone that the beloved character, Mr. Darcy, beloved, you're not a fan of.
I thought I was clear with that. That I was from the gate. I'm here for controversy. Listen, I won't say that I hate him or that he's a bad guy. You
don't want games.
It's too many games. And like, they're living in the 1800s, baby. We ain't got time for games. Like, I'm 18 years old. I only got 3 good years left, you know? Like, I'm trying to see the world. I'm trying to eat good, all right? I've been eating these potatoes and this...
Potatoes.
And potatoes. And potatoes. And you be living that rich life. The wine is pouring, okay? My mom's drunk every party you throw.
Desserts.
Desserts are flowing.
The dancing, the ball gowns.
The dancing, the clothes. Being waited on hand and foot.
But when we finally...
The horses.
When we finally see them together as husband and wife in the final scene, it's showing, like, how simple they can still... Like, it's showing they can still have, like, simple moments in the midst of this, like, extravagant life, you know? They're just sitting there
that's cute.
together, and they're, like, in their, like, cozies, no shoes on.
No shoes, no shirts, no service.
And the way he gives her, like, little kisses, that was so sweet.
I just wasn't buying it.
Miss Darcy, or Mrs. Darcy, sorry. Mwah, Mrs. Darcy. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Sweet. It's sweet. The field scene, that didn't change anything in your heart. When she was just walking, and then he walked to meet her, and he's walking across that field. He's got his long coat. He's got that white shirt.
Forget about me.
And it's buttoned down. It's got that deep V. You got the little chest hairs sticking out tastefully. A little tasteful man cleave.
I love a good tasteful man cleave.
It did something to my heart.
A little chest hair.
A little putter. A little putter? A powder.
A little pitter patter. Raindrops keep falling on your head.
Oh, no, not putter. Powder.
Her heart went pitter patter.
I'm crying.
So you're saying that him walking in the field
did something.
Changed something in you.
Yeah, where I was like, yeah.
I mean, I guess
he was coming to get his lady. He was going back. He screwed up, you know? He didn't clear the air sooner. He walked to her. He didn't horseback. He didn't carriage.
He walked because she liked to walk.
She liked to walk.
And he said, I want to get in her headspace. Listen, I just think, I guess I can forgive because he did change in the end. But I just don't think he treated her well.
Played too many games.
Played too many games.
But would you say there were some games played on her end when she's walking around with Miss Bingley and they decide to go for a walk in the room where Mr. Darcy is writing letters to his sister?
But that was so the sister that was doing that.
Yeah, they're being playful so you can see my womanly form as I walk across this room.
Nah.
That's so funny, actually.
Nah, he was playing games the whole time. It was giving.
But what about what he
schoolyard when a boy bullies you and is like, I like you though.
Yeah, he did call her. He did call her ugly.
He called her ugly.
Like, practically.
He said she is not handsome. I would never touch her.
That's wild. That's wild.
He literally was like, I'm gonna vom.
No, because he couldn't process how much he it was like love at first sight.
No, he was like, I'm literally gonna throw up. Have you seen her?
No,
she had a giant booger.
He didn't want to admit it because he was feeling scared.
She had a giant booger in her nose. Her breast stank.
It's the 1800s after all.
Her booty hole probably stank.
She's wiping back to front.
She's wiping back to front. And it's stanky, okay?
That's what he said. She looks like she wipes back to front.
She wipes back to front. She's stanky. No, thank you. No, thank you.
No hanky panky.
No hanky panky, because she's stanky. Okay? Heart, Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
All right? And that's what he wrote to his sister. That's the letter he was writing to his sister.
Your first intro to him, well, to be fair, first impressions are everything.
They're everything.
That, for you, determine the rest of the movie.
Yeah, first impressions are everything.
He could not change in your heart past that point. Even after what he did.
Fool me once.
Okay.
Shame on you.
Even though he helped.
Fool me twice.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Can't put the blame on you.
Mm.
Fool me 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
F the peace sign.
Huh?
I think that's the lyric.
Huh?
It's a song.
Huh? Meemaw over here doesn't know the song.
It's okay, Meemaw.
Yes. There was something I was going to interrupt you with a couple of times while you were doing the bit. And
so, you like Mr. Darcy. Sorry.
He grew on me. Yeah. I think that they were both very stubborn, but
because to me, she did no wrong.
He was, at the end of the day, the things that she thought he was maybe being protective or rude about when it came to him getting in the middle of her sister and his best friend's relationship was at the end of the day, he was just trying to look out for his best friend. And, I think that ultimately he misread the situation and
but he literally overreacted. He literally said, she's a gold digger.
He wanted to look at, be honest, you'd probably say something like that to one of your besties if they were all of a sudden going to run off with someone day one they just met them. Just saying.
I'd be like, I can't stop it. I washed my hands of this.
I'm not going to meddle.
I can't stop it. I'm not going to meddle.
He also helped their family.
It's not that I won't say my opinion, but I wouldn't meddle.
Yeah. Well, he helped Elizabeth's family.
Yeah,
because they were going to.
Because he was guilty.
Well, so Elizabeth's younger sister, one of the younger sisters, not the youngest, but maybe second to youngest, ended up running away with this guy.
She was 15.
Well, she was 15, and
he was a con artist.
He was literally a con artist and wanted to take money from her family, to help them. Basically, not bring shame to their family because I guess she ran away with him. I'm guessing she had premarital sex. And
she's a witch.
Because of that, they quickly got married, and Mr. Darcy kind of covered it up and gave them a lump sum of money to stay quiet about it.
Yeah.
Because apparently, I guess if one daughter runs off and does that,
then it spoils the bunch.
Yeah. And then they're like, you know what? That whole group of gals.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Pigs. The swine.
The scandal. The scandal of it all. That's wild to think about, by the way. You have one sibling. Maybe, you know what?
Ruins it.
Good. It's just the two of us.
I mean, imagine. One of us could have ruined it for the other.
We could have brought ruin. We could have brought ruin to this family.
One mistake.
Why does it
One con artist.
One con artist swoops in and, takes one of your daughters, and all of a sudden the whole family can't even go to the local market without getting stares.
Gawked at. Judged. Could have ruined it all.
You know what? I think watching shows like Truly, Bridgerton, kind of helped me get into period pieces.
Bridgerton is a good bridge because it's not so dedicated to the bit.
Like, the speaking wise or like
and
the
like they
script.
do the modern music that's,
Yeah.
you know.
It feels slightly modern still. Not slightly, it does feel modern.
It's got modern elements to it that help it feel more
they don't have cell
relatable.
phones, but like
yeah. I mean, maybe they do. We don't know. Maybe they're texting. LOL. IRL.
And it's much more like the outfits. Also,
The
it's like
outfits feel more-
following the rich, so the outfits are more vibrant.
The outfits are more glamorous. Everything feels way more extravagant. Like visually, it feels more appealing. Like this was like beautifully shot, but like
it really was, yeah.
It wasn't like as like glitzy.
Yeah, except for like the one sister. The
Mrs. one sister
Bingley,
was glitzy.
Her outfits, they were giving more like Bridgerton. And I was like, oh, okay, I kind of see the bridge. And when they went to Bridgerton, when they went to the ball that Mr. Bingley hosted,
and the mom got drunk,
Keira Knightley, Elizabeth's hair in that scene with the little tiny pearls, delicate pearls, but she
glowed.
Elegance. There was a couple stills. She looked like a painting.
And she's grace. She's Mrs. Darcy.
Oh.
I was just going to go with the original. But I liked what you did there.
Thank you. I overall really loved it. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
An 8.5 only? Really? I thought you were going to score it higher.
Should I give it a 9?
I would give it a 7.
This is the Mr. Darcy of it all, huh?
I just don't like men getting what they want when they don't deserve it.
He already had exorbitant amount of wealth.
No, it was cute.
See, it's cute. It's sweet. Also, the whole time I kept thinking about your love story with Ted.
I don't be playing games like that.
Okay, but y'all went from like, you're like, I don't like him. Oh, we're just friends. Like, you're literally Elizabeth. You're like, oh, no. And all of a sudden,
I didn't.
I love him.
Okay, I did not say I love him. I didn't say I love you until like 5 months in. Okay, chill.
But you went from like friends, like I swear, one day you were like, yeah, we're just friends. And the next day you're like, I'm dating him. I was like, what?
I'm sorry, but you went from, yeah, we're dating. Oh, by the way, I'm getting married next week.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, mine was more like, a typical timeline of like from the 1800s, I found from across the room and say, yep, that's the one.
All right.
Which my dowry is 2 cows and
5 baby goats.
Oh, and a music empire.
I kind of want a pony.
I wish a music empire.
I kind of want a pony. Like, should we go in on a pony together? Like, I thought about like it'd be fun for us to have a horse.
Like, where would you keep this horse?
Like, there's facilities.
Are you gonna go take care of this pony every day?
I thought we'd share duties.
Honestly, I have 3 small ponies at home named Kirby, Z, and Poppy.
Can't like ride horseback.
Oh, you want a horse?
Yeah.
You said pony.
Yeah, I know. I was being cute about it. I want like a horse.
You don't want a mini like pony horse.
No,
you want like a horse that you can ride.
Yeah, and I want it to be like one of those like the chocolate in the white.
Cute.
Spotted.
Cute.
Or one of those freckly looking ones. So it's
those
like
are cool. Oh, you know what? You should borrow You should borrow my Barbie DS game. I have a Barbie DS game about horses, and you can like decorate the horse and go for rides.
Okay. So you don't want to get a horse with me? That's fine.
Do I want to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars every year? House and feed, and also just buy a horse. I want to be like Elizabeth and walk everywhere.
Fine, then I'll trot here. I'll get places faster than you, but
I like walking.
Well,
so
anyways,
7 out of 10 for you?
I thought I said 6. Did I say 7?
Now it's going down.
I thought it was cute. Am I gonna want to rewatch it a million times? No, but like I'm not a movie critic.
I can see why it's like a comfort film.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'll put it on so I fall asleep.
I'm crying.
Maybe I need to rewatch it again. I don't know. After I came out, I was like, oh, that was good.
Next up,
But
Emma.
now that I'm processing it, that's where I'm like struggling a bit.
Yeah. Next up, Emma for us.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts about the cousin or the Darcy or the Mr. Bingle or any of it?
Mr. Bingle?
Mr. Bingle? Bingley.
Mr. Jingle Jangle?
Mr. Bingley with the hair.
No, other than Mr. Bingley was by far the superior partner.
You know what? For a film, a book, whatever, like this Pride and Prejudice has been around for so long. You always hear about Mr. Darcy, even though we've never seen, the movie or read the book.
Mr. Darcy.
We always hear Mr. Darcy, Mr. Darcy, Mr. Darcy. But at least when it comes to the 2005 film, I've never heard of Mr. Bingley mentioned once before.
And we need to start. Starting the fan club right here. Number one fan.
Next week you're wearing a shirt, number one Mr. Bingley fan.
This is Mrs. Bingley.
Future Mrs. Bingley.
Future Mrs. Bingley.
Honestly, you know what? Give it one winter. Jane might die from a cold, and then you're in.
I mean, she survived one cold, so what are the odds she'll survive another? I'm just saying.
I loved it. I really, I
it was cute.
It was so sweet.
It was cute.
I walked out of there like just floating on a cloud. I really did. I loved it.
I'm happy that you loved it.
It was cute. It was. Really
I'm glad we saw it. I am. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself. It was a great time. I would do it again.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would do again.
10 out of 10 would do the activity again. Movie 7 out of 10. Movie 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And that's all they
That's
wrote.
all you got.
Y'all,
next Pride and Prejudice.
Y'all, we got to keep going with the Pride and Prejudice series, right? There's got to do the TV series, right?
There's a 1995
TV with Colin Firth.
Oh,
Is that his name?
Okay. Pride and Prejudice Zombie. That's what I was thinking of.
Have you ever seen Austen Land? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's cheesy but cute.
I kept falling asleep, and then sometimes I watch things like Full House. Is one of the shows for some reason. There's certain shows, or like there was some cartoons on Disney Channel growing up that like literally make me feel nauseous when I watch them. Nothing. I don't know what it is. It's nothing about like the people.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Austen Land was one of those movies. Like when I watched it, I was like, it felt sick. It felt sick to my stomach. I don't know why.
I'm crying.
I can't be the only one.
No. I'm trying to relate. And maybe someone will. That's the thing. And
There's dozens of us.
I just can't. Like, I'm trying to.
I can't describe it. I just literally, like, I have this, like, visceral reaction. I'm like literally turn it off. Like, my stomach is turning.
Well, thank y'all so much for hanging out for another episode of The Fuzzy Pod. Before we wrap up today, do you have any other life updates or anything that you want to talk about?
Oh, at the end cap. No.
I was kind of thinking about this. We recently went out to go dancing on Broadway on Easter weekend. It was dead. We went to 4 places before we
literally
finally
went to 4 bars.
Ended up somewhere where people were actually
Y'all,
dancing.
when I tell you the first place that we went to, there was 2 people on the dance floor, and they were literally, there was an employee mopping.
She's not exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. And it was like 10 p.m. Like, it wasn't like it was 7 p.m. or like super early.
Or
like,
late. Like they're wrapping things up.
Yeah, no. It was like 10 p.m.
Mopping.
And they were mopping. Because there was literally no one on the dance.
Because there was like
just
3
mopping
people
around
dancing.
the 2 people dancing.
We were like, what is going on? I think this kind of came to my mind too. A, it was really, really fun. But B, we got to the midnight mark and the men in the room, you could see like this shift in their energy. And
I think it was the bar we were at.
They were on the prowl. I felt protective of women I didn't even know.
I mean, women protecting women.
I was like looking out. And anyway, so I think seeing Pride and Prejudice after a weekend like that, I was like, now there's a respectable fellow.
I don't know who's being a little creepy.
But he took months and months and months.
Yeah.
The building up, the slow burn, the
Okay,
yearning,
okay.
the
We don't have to go
cases.
through it again. We get it. You like him. Jeez.
We get it. You love Mr. Darcy.
You're so obsessed.
I think I need to read the book because I do think there will be an element to understanding and maybe loving that character even more.
Yeah, probably.
If you read the book. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Fuzzy Pod. If you enjoyed today's episode, this chaotic episode, feel free to leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or leave us a comment on YouTube. We'd love to hear from you guys. And if you didn't know, we are on Patreon, and we post bonus content every single Monday of the
we post bonus episode the first Monday of every month, and definitely go check out our Patreon. If you subscribe, you will unlock all of the episodes we have put out in the past, so check that out.
And it's fun over there. I hate to say it.
It's a good time.
There's better friends. Wait, what? There's better people and cooler food. Wait, what? Hang on, I got this quote. It's fun over there. There's better food and cooler people.
Like an Arby's.
Like an Arby's, all right? So don't you forget it. So head on over to Arby's, and while you're there, subscribe to our Patreon.
Thank y'all so much for being here, and we will see you next Fuzzy Friday. Bye.
Bye.